This'll be the day. This'll be the day you waited for. This'll be the day you open up the doors. I don't wanna just fuck. Hello, welcome back to this channel, and today we're gonna be checking out the penultimate episode of RWBY Volume 1 titled The Stray. I'm really excited for this because this is a full 10-minute episode. No part ones, no part twos, just one episode. So let's just get into it, man. This song is really grown on me over time. Cause like I've been watching RWBY on and off for months. There can't be a better opening than this. All right, let's go. Oh my God, we're seeing the town. I was gonna say no shadow people, but no, we do have shadow people. Some people.
Oh, this is absolutely wonderful.
I don't think I've ever seen you smile this much, Weiss. It's kind of weirding me out.
How could you not smile? A festival dedicated to the cultures of the world. There will be dances, parades, a tournament. Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking.
She loves art,
You
huh?
really know how to take a good thing and make it sound boring.
Quiet, you.
Remind me again why we're spending our Friday afternoon visiting the stupid docks.
Oh, they smell like fish.
Guess why,
Students
RWBY?
visiting from Vacua will be arriving by ship today. And as a representative of VGen, I feel as though it is my solemn duty to welcome them to this fine kingdom.
There's so much they mentioned already.
She wants to spy on them, so she'll have the upper hand in the tournament.
You can't prove that.
Whoa.
Isn't that the same store from like episode 1? It looks like the same alley. It's like the street.
What happened here?
Robbery. Second dust shop to be hit this week. This place is turning into a jungle.
Ugh, that's terrible.
They left all the money again.
Huh?
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lick of sense. Who needs that much dust?
I don't know. An army?
You thinking the, White Fang?
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't get paid enough.
Preach.
The White Fang. What an awful bunch of degenerates.
What's your
Whoa.
problem?
My problem? I simply don't care for the criminally insane.
The White Fang is hardly a bunch of psychopaths. They're a collection of misguided faunists.
Misguided? They want to wipe humanity off the face of the planet.
So then
Oh,
they're
no,
very
average-
misguided. Either way,
average
it doesn't
conversation
explain why they would
around
rob
an
a dust
election.
shop in the middle of downtown Vale.
Blake's got a point. Besides, the police never caught that Torchwick guy I ran into a few months ago.
Yeah, what's going
Maybe
on
it
with
was him.
that?
That still doesn't change the fact that the White Fang are a bunch of scum. Those faunists only know how to lie, cheat, and steal.
That's not
Whoa.
necessarily true.
Hey, stop that funnin'!
Weiss is a conservative. That's my mic peaking, I swear to God. Also, who the fuck is this some wukong guy?
No good stowaway would have been caught. I'm a great stowaway.
Oh no, he is so Sun Wukong coded.
Get down from there this instant.
There's gotta be at least one Wukong character in a story, right? Every single time, I swear, every single one. Oh, you a player?
Well, Weiss, you wanted to see the competition, and there it goes.
Quick, we have to observe him.
There's something about the shitty voice acting that's kind of like endearing. For like a split second, I thought there was a fourth wall break. It's a whole ass person.
Way.
Weiss?
She's like a plank.
Salutations.
Salutations.
Are you okay?
I'm wonderful.
Do you want to get up?
Thank you for asking.
Do you want to get up?
Yes.
Okay. Go.
My name is Penny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Penny. I'm Ruby.
I'm Weiss.
Blake, are you sure you didn't hit your head? Oh, I'm Yang.
And I'm
It's a
Saru.
pleasure to meet you.
You already said that.
So I did.
Well, sorry for running into you.
Is she
Take care, friend.
autistic? like genuinely. She's a flavor of neurodivergent for
Now,
sure.
Where did that faunus riffraff run off to?
What did
Oh my
you
God.
call me?
Oh, I'm really sorry.
What?
I definitely didn't think you heard me.
Is that your power? Is that
No,
your semblance?
Not you.
You.
Me?
What-
I don't know.
what did she say?
You called me friend. Am I really your friend?
Say no. Don't say yes. I know these kinds of people. Do not. They're gonna follow you around.
Sure. Why not?
Sensational.
Sensational.
We can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys.
Oh, is this what it was like when you met me?
No, she seems far more coordinated.
So,
That's
what
like
are you doing
that's
in
exactly
Vail?
the same
I'm here to
thing
fight
that
in the tournament.
Weiss was saying earlier
You're fighting in the tournament?
in the volume.
I'm combat ready.
Forgive me, but you hardly look the part.
Says the girl wearing a dress.
It's a combat skirt.
Yeah.
Lamau? Solidarity
minute.
with the two of them? Okay.
If you're here for the tournament, does that mean you know that monkey-tailed rapscallion?
The who?
The filthy faunus from the boat!
Why do you keep saying that?
Oh my God.
Stop calling him a rapscallion. Stop calling him a degenerate. He's a person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to stop referring to the trash can as a trash can?
Oh.
Or this lamppost as a lamppost?
What?
Stop it.
Stop what?
Weiss!
Clearly broke the law. Give him time. He'll probably join up with those other faunus in the white fang.
Ugh, you ignorant
Guys,
little
I
rat.
think my favorite character is racist.
How dare you talk to me like that? I am your teammate.
You are a judgmental little girl.
What in the world makes you say that?
The mere fact
I
that you
think
would
we
sort
should
that
probably
honest boy with
go.
the terrorist group?
Or
Where are we going?
stop
Facing
them.
His species makes you just as much of a scoundrel as you believe him to be.
So you admit it. The white fang is just a radical group of terrorists.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I don't understand why this is causing
Oh,
such a problem.
no.
That is the problem.
You realize you're defending an organization that hates humanity, don't you? The faunus of the White Fang are pure evil.
There's no such thing as pure evil. Why do you think they hate humanity so much? It's because of people like Cardin, people like you, that force the White Fang to take such drastic measures.
People like me?
You're discriminatory.
I'm a victim.
She pulled out the V
You
card.
want to know why I despise the White Fang? Why I don't particularly trust
You got
the
a tragic
faunus?
backstory, Weiss? Care to tell us?
It's because they've been at war with my family for years. War as an actual bloodshed. My grandfather's company has had a target painted across its back for as long as I can remember. And ever since I was a child, I've watched family friends disappear. Board members executed. An entire train car full of dust stolen. And every day, my father would come home furious.
Sounds like the
And
Black
that
trailer.
made for a very difficult childhood.
Weiss,
No! You want to know why I despise the White Fang? It's because they're a bunch of liars, thieves, and murderers.
Well, maybe we were just tired of being pushed around.
Blake? Oh my God, right, yeah, you're right. That explains the Black trailer.
Wait! Come back!
I'm so glad I rewatched those trailers. That's cool. Wait, that's actually kind of awesome. See yourself as the monster? No. No fucking shot. Wait, no shot.
I knew you would look better without the bow.
it wasn't. So it. Oh my god, that's so clever. The design is like Kemono Mimi on purpose, but it's like, oh no, she has a bow. Psych. Your first guess was correct the whole time.
Weekend.
Blake's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself.
Weiss, come on. She's one of our teammates.
Is she? We all heard what she said.
Weiss.
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Either way, she's missing, and we need to find her.
A member of the White Fang, right underneath our noses.
I just hope she's okay.
So, you want to know more about me?
That's me. I also want to learn more about you. No, wait. Nah! That's 10 minutes? What? Oh my god. Oh my god, his name actually is Sun Wukong. You saw that? Oh my god. Okay, wait. Wait. There's a lot I want to talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend the next like half an hour combing through this episode, and I'll be right back with the notes. And we're back. I don't think it took half an hour, honestly. I think most of the stuff I wanted to talk about is just sort of within this discussion, just just go along with the flow, improv that. Interesting episode. We got conflict within the team. The last time we had that was between RWBY and Weiss, and now it's between Weiss and Blake, which is like, okay, Weiss, you're in the second major conflict within the team. Really prone to that. Okay, so let's just first go through the stuff that we learned. So initially, we knew that the White Fang was once a peaceful organization, but they're like disrupting protests. I think I was confused in the first episode, I think. First or second episode, where they were there was the news on TV, and they were talking about the White Fang, who's a once peaceful organization. There was like a faunus protest, but then the White Fang came in and disrupt the protests. I didn't know what this meant at first, but now I get it. The White Fang and the faunus are separate. The White Fang is a group of extremist faunus who hate humanity. So the protests for the faunus were disrupted by the more extremist group. I wonder if the White Fang hijacked the protests to protest more extremist views, or if they didn't like that a certain section of faunus wanted certain, like, maybe, I'm going out on a limb here, wanted certain rights or something, but the White Fang was pushing for something more. Again, we don't know. Literally never explained or implied. Hard to tell. And then the question they posed was like, oh, is the White Fang behind the dust robberies? We don't know, but we know that Roman Torchwick was behind the dust robberies with that mysterious lady at the beginning. But now that I think about it, we really haven't been following Torchwick in a while. We saw him in the first episode doing the robbery, gets away. Halfway through the season, we get a small scene where it's like, okay, no, he's still doing robber things, and he's got a map of the place, which is normal. And then this is the next time that we hear anything related to Torchwick. So it seems like he's been robbing places the entire time. It's just RWBY's not there to stop him anymore because she's in school. Wow, convenient. That's interesting. Very in the background villain. So I wonder how they're going to do the finale. Misguided or genocidal, or both? Weiss calls them genocidal. I mean, she doesn't use the word genocidal, but wants to kill all of humanity or something along those lines. Something really extreme. Blake doesn't deny this, which means that they actually might be that extremist. Maybe the whole, like, eradicate every non-faunus or anything like that. And obviously, Weiss would be more in the angle of, we gotta get rid of the White Fang, and the faunus are terrible because they want to kill us. While Blake is more sympathetic because she's part of the White Fang, and she's like, they're like fucked up, but you know, still their existence makes sense, kind of thing. So I'm curious to know more about the White Fang. It's pretty interesting stuff. I wonder how they handle this kind of thing because it's really it's a real topic. Let's just say. Weiss mentioned, I think it was Weiss mentioned vacuo. I think this looks wrong. This spelling looks wrong, but it's hard to tell what she said. There's no subs on the version I'm using, so I don't know. I just guess with all these words. So that could be another region. The Vital Festival preparation is underway / is happening. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Weiss says, like, oh, the Vital Festival, a festival dedicated to the cultures of the world. There'll be dances, parade, a tournament. And then we see like the Welcome to Vale sign being, like, banner being pulled up. It's unclear whether it's already happening or if it's not, because the budget of the show isn't really explaining whether there's like a festival or not, and the dialogue isn't clear either, so I don't know if it's happening or not, but clearly it's around the time, so that's fun. Tournament arc when. Let's see. Yeah, I guess then the characters. Let's first talk about the new characters that we had. Fucking Sun Wukong. Okay, like every it's Sun Wukong. I wonder if he's got an immortal semblance in some way. That'll be fun. He's a stowaway faunus. We don't know why he's stowed away. We assume he's here for the tournament, but I don't know how he can officially register for a tournament if he's stowed away. We'll see. He's mischievous and a bit of a rizzler. I use that term specifically because I'm Gen Z. Not sorry. We don't know much about Sun right now, but it seems that we will, considering that Blake and Sun have met up, and it looks like they're gonna be doing things in the finale together. So cool, I guess. Penny, just Penny, no surname or anything in the credits. Eccentric. I asked if she was autistic earlier. I don't mean that in like a bad way. Just clarifying. I don't want to like take it out of context. Like, no, she's very like neurodivergent coded. Like, she's not neurotypical at all. I don't know if they're gonna go into that or not, or if that's the extent of the character. Like, she's very surface level. Like, yeah, she's kind of strange and that's it. Or she's probably got like some tragic backstory or something. I don't know, but we'll see how they handle this kind of character. Because the level of writing in this volume isn't exactly like deep, so I don't know if they're even gonna try. Is now Ruby's friend. She just sort of slithered her way into the friend group somehow, so that's fun. Apparently is participating in the tournament, combat ready, whatever that means. So it'd be really funny if she's like actually like super strong. That is a character trope probably, like the ditzy girl, but it's like, oh, she knows how to fight. So yeah, not really much to go off of for the new characters, but I'm excited to see what they do in the story. There's only one more episode to follow up on, so they're probably gonna be in the second volume as well. I mean, they could be recurring characters for all I know. Like, I don't know. All right, I've kept you waiting long enough. the part that was the main focus of the episode, Weiss and Blake. Yeah, so it looks like Weiss is kind of a racist and Blake is part of an extremist group, so that's wonderful. First of all, I really like that they actually tied into the Black trailer. It, like, they were on that train. What the fuck is the name of that guy? It's like a normal name. It's like a normal ass sounding name. Oh, wait. Blake left him right at the end because he was being like, "Yo, what about the civilians or something?" And then when they defeated the robot, she just sort of like left them, and she was like, "Oh, goodbye." So maybe she's not part of the White Fang anymore. Maybe that was her departure from it, because we know that the White Fang is extremist and she defends it, but she is clearly aware of how bad it is internally, but she still believes in the cause. She just thinks they're misguided, which is obviously an insane thing to say to someone like Weiss, but it's a reasonable thing to say. So yeah, that's interesting. She's actually a faunus. What to follow up on what I said during the reaction, to clarify what I meant by what I said was, when you look at her design, you would be mistaken to think that she had like cat ears, right? Like initially, first glance at the design, you think, oh, cat ears. Wait, and then you double take, no, that's a bow, right? But then the twist is, no, it actually is cat ears just wrapped under the bow. So I called it clever because it's like, that's really clever character design. It's like hidden in plain sight. Like Blake would want to disguise herself as a human, so she just uses that. It's cool character design. She wears a bow on her head. That's fun. But whoa, she's actually in universe a cat girl, and it's like, that's crazy. That's really cool. Yeah, defends White Fang, not their extremist views, but justifies their hatred of humanity. So she didn't. She actually clarified on this. Like she explained why she felt like the White Fang was justified in hating humanity so much, and points to Weiss being an example of the kinds of people that have pushed the faunus into becoming extremists. And so in turn, the extremists would wage war against, a shady company like the Schnee company. And that in turn will cause turmoil for Kid Weiss, who then grew up to hate the faunus because of the extremists. And then the cycle continues. Weiss becomes racist towards the faunus, leads some faunus to become extremists in the White Fang, and then wages wars, and then so on. Cycle of war, Attack on Titan, whatever. So that's really fascinating. Yeah, let's just get this over with. Likes fancy art or culture. I don't know. She seems very excited talking about the festival. Potentially wants to spy on international students for an advantage tournament. Funny Weiss stuff. She's a try hard. She'll do that. Cool. On character. In character. On brand. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Believes faunus are inherently prone to violence and crime. It's very reminiscent to like how in America people believe that black people are inherently more violent, or more likely to do crime. And actually, even in Southeast Asia, for example, like some Indians get a bad rep because they have that same reputation, or even immigrants from Bangladesh and all these places, they also get this like bias, this discrimination of being like, oh, they're more violent, they're more dirty, they're gonna rob you, they're whatever, right? Like these racist things. And RWBY is doing that too. It's like, oh, faunus are more prone to all of this. How what's the poverty rate of the faunus? First of all, people are more driven to crime if they have less things. Generally, that's a factor. And another factor is how much discrimination is against them. The more discrimination there is against the group, the more likely it is that they have a resistance group. And the more likely there's going to be an extremist group who really, really fucking hates you. This reminds me a bit of Fishman Island from One Piece, where the fishmen have been mistreated and discriminated against by the humans, and it created some really hateful fishmen, like Arlong, for example, who ends up having his whole little posse go up to the surface and start enslaving human people to as payback for being slaves of the humans, all those while ago. But he's just continuing the cycle of violence. He just becomes the new oppressor, and he seems to revel in that. He likes doing that as revenge. And even people who aren't involved directly, who, like kids, for example, who may not have had firsthand experience in discrimination or being harmed because of their race, they inherit that hatred and, are shaped by the environment, and they grow up to hate the other races that are making fun of them and fighting against them. It's like, sometimes you lose the plot, Like, the goal is to coexist with everyone, is to be more tolerant. But sometimes we get caught up in pointing fingers and being like, you did this bad thing. No, you did that bad thing. And then like, no, I have to do this bad thing back. And it's like, guys, forget about it. We have to focus on the now, So, interesting stuff. Weiss is also a victim of a damaged household. And her hatred was learned from the war her company waged against the White Fang. So, personally, I'm thinking, because she said something about her dad coming home every night being like angry or something along those lines. And I'm thinking, subtext, that's probably abusive dad right there. Super angry and stressed from the war. We already know that the Schneidas company has controversial labor forces and questionable business partners. So it's already not a good company, and they're waging war against the minorities. So not a good look. Why? It's not a good look, your family. But because of that, you grew up around these people. You grew up around these deranged mindsets. And you may have gotten abused for it. You may have gotten a worse childhood because of it. And that's why her hatred towards the Faunus and the White Fang is the way it is. But obviously, the lesson she needs to learn is that, yes, the stuff in her childhood is bad, and what she experienced is bad, but she still shouldn't generalize all the Faunus and all the White Fang. She still should understand, or at least try to understand where they're coming from instead of like misrepresenting them. Because that's Blake's whole thing, where she's like, Blake's whole thing is saying, hey, stop treating us like dirt. Stop treating us like a trash can or a lamppost. We're people, and the sooner you realize that we're people who want rights, people who want respect, the sooner we can get to peace. But if like the RWBY world is currently still in a state where the minorities, or at least the Faunus minority, is thought of as less than human, which is a stage of racism that is really bad. Like, at least these days, there's still a lot of racism, but it's not to the level of like complete dehumanization. There's still dehumanization, don't get me wrong, to a lot of different minority folks, who are reduced to demons or monsters or, PDFs and whatnot. Like, they're just reduced to something actually vitriolic. And there's zero attempt to really understand what the other side is about, what they really want, and just continue to straw man everything. Never gonna get anywhere. Literally never gonna get anywhere. So that's where Weiss is coming from, and then that's where Blake was coming from. It's really fascinating. I do think that Weiss's racism is literally, like, it came out of nowhere. I think it would have been nice if we saw signs of it before. Having one of your main characters be actually racist, proper racist, is like, bold move, guys, bold move. But how are you going to resolve this in one episode? This is some deeply rooted, learned shit from her childhood. How is Weiss going to reconcile with Blake in one episode? That is my question. Blake is in a bit of an emotional mess right now. She ran away from her team. You know, they're looking for her right now. And it's like, how are you going to resolve this? I don't know. One thing I did want to say is RWBY was unable to or didn't intervene the argument as a leader. She didn't act as a leader back there at all. They started arguing and she just stood there and she was just helpless. And even when she tried to intervene near the end, she completely lost control and they started going at it again. And it led to a climax. As a leader, RWBY completely failed to keep the team together at that point. I'm just surprised that they didn't focus on it. Considering that all the stuff they worked on, RWBY was like, oh, you gotta be a leader, you gotta learn to do this as a leader, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly she just completely forgets to act like a leader when the team really needs a leader. Kind of weird. Maybe they'll address it next episode. Maybe they won't. They didn't address it at all, so I feel like they just didn't do it. Don't know. That's a bit bothersome. Yang also didn't do anything, but Yang is a bit more excused because she literally hasn't done anything this season. Like, considering that everyone else so far is getting something, RWBY got something, Weiss has gotten many things, Blake is getting something, Yang hasn't gotten a lot of screen time for important stuff this volume, which gives me hope that Volume 2 is going to be really Yang-centric. But I might be coping right now, so I don't know. Because I like Yang. I really like Yang. Yang and Weiss are actually my favorites right now. Yeah. I like the racist character. Not because she's racist. Just saying. Yeah, I also like Yang. Although I wish that there was more to her. You know? And the whole the whole Yang and RWBY being siblings thing is also mostly down to the wayside. And we also don't know Yang's friends, like the friends that she ditched RWBY with at the beginning. We literally haven't seen them at all or have mention of them. So Yang as a character is completely sidelined the entire time. Don't know what's up with that. We've had enough of this other team, I think. They could make an appearance at the end, but they also couldn't, and that's also fine, honestly. They don't have to show up. Maybe they'll show up in the ending, just to tease next season. I don't know. Yeah, overall, a bit of a mixed bag in terms of storytelling, but in terms of the themes, definitely very, very interesting, and I hope you enjoyed that because my voice is scratchy as fuck. It's 6 a.m. Yeah, I'm really excited for the finale. Stay tuned for that video when it comes out. As always, please do tell me your thoughts in the comments. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but I have a Discord now. So if you want to talk to me more frequently, or you want to discuss your favorite media or share whatever it is in your life that you want, you can do that in the Discord. Link in the description. Yay, plugs. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.